Hi, I'm Oliver. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing a somewhat old book. I didn't even check how long it's been. How. Hi, I'm Oliver. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing an old book I've read a fairly long time ago. It's a 1993 book. I've read it in, I think it was 2006 or 7. I was at university, and it was a mandatory reading. As is the case with, I assume, most of you, even though if you like to read, every time someone tells you it's a mandatory reading, I couldn't get my mind around I couldn't get even start to read this book, which is a shame because I really should have gotten to it right away. So, the book is by, it's a good old book with, I bought it in the used bookstore at university, so, how I don't even know how much it was, it doesn't say it here. Anyway, it was cheap, I'm sure it can still, well, I don't know where you would be able to find it, it's probably online or in an old bookstore. So it's by Anna Quindlen, and the book is called Thinking Out Loud. Miss or Mrs. Quindlen was a column writer for the New York Times for a long time. I don't believe she's a column writer anymore. I think she retired and is now a full-time writer. Don't quote me on that. I'll let you Wikipedia it. That's what Wikipedia's for. So the book. So the book is a collection of her New York Times column. So no new material. So it's what she wrote then. It's the perfect public transportation reads because they're very, it's almost like short stories, but obviously not. Just, newspaper columns. So it's short and concise. It's organized under different themes. And yes, it's a 1993 book, but I still recommend for you to read it today. It's still insightful. The the author is obviously very bright and is articulated. She can get her point across effectively. She's smart. It's well written. The subject are interesting. It's a lot about war, the women's right movement, a little bit the queer movement, AIDS, a lot. So the book was published in 93, but it's columns from, I don't know, starting from when. I think it's from mid 80s. She doesn't say it here. Anyway, it's around that time. Now, I was too young to, at 5 years old, I was not interested in international politics. When I read this, so in 2007, let's say 2006 or 2007, I was interested in politics, and I was interested in international politics, and by the time, George W. Bush was the American president. And reading this book, which was written during the George Bush era, was fascinating to me because it was the same exact thing. People said they were somewhat alike, or I don't know. That's when it hit me. When I read this, when I read articles that were written during that time, it was fascinating to me. Now, as I hope all of you watching this video, I'm a feminist, gender equality all the way, and there's a whole chapter about sexism and stuff like that, which is unfortunately still relevant today. So I would say you should read this book if you feel politically conscious might not be, let's say, socially conscious. The Yeah, read this book if you're intrigued, if you take at heart, social issues, poverty, um, sexism, sexual harassment. There's this whole section, of the book that's about, how women are treated during sexual harassment trial. Well, a whole section, She debates that, which, I mean, come on, between you and me, and no one in their right mind would say, oh, she got what she deserved, look at the way she dresses. But it's back when this mentality was very much still intact and in full force. So it's great to read for no other reason, to see how far we've come, and how in some instances and in other instances how much nothing has changed, actually. But the read is interesting. It's less than 300 pages. So it's fun. It's entertaining. It's bright. It will open your mind. It will make you think and reflect. It will confirm things that you already knew, and yes. So no, it's a fun read. Give it a try. And get back to me on the comment. And if you had to read it as a mandatory reading as well, let me know, because that is one hell of fun mandatory read for university. Come on. I've seen worse. This is reading columns from the New York Times. Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up. So let me know what you think. Alright. Have a good day. So I highly approve of this book and strongly suggest that you read it.